back to my channel. I'm just going to set things up whilst I wait for you to join in. I hope you're doing well. Let's just move that a slight bit there. Oh, that'll do. Right, okay. Hello, Wolfie. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. No, I didn't get it to work on my iPad. I've got it on my iPhone again, so that's why it's a bit of a shit angle, but never mind. Never mind, we're not here for the looks, we're here for the readings. Right, okay, let me carry on putting in stuff here. Hope you're well. Just put in the blurb. I do have one prepaid one before I do the first collective reading, which I will explain here. Right. Okay, so that's a blurb for the moment. I do have a paid reading first. I hope you can all hear me. I know that the sound is probably rubbish on my Hello Marina. You are first. Let's get your prepaid question out of the way, and then I can go into the first collective reading, which will be a spirit and angel message. Right, Marina, let me just go back into your question, even. RP. Okay, next actions. So do you mean that you haven't spoken to RP in a year? Okay. Righty-ho. Okay. So you've got a minimum of 3 cards. Now, what I was hearing, don't forget I channel spirit, so I don't shuffle cards as per se. I just I'm drawn to them, and then they're just pictures more for you. But what I was hearing was when you said there's still some troubling things news you've been hearing. That is that's still a trigger within you. Okay. So you have to work on that trigger. We need triggers to come up because they're lurking in the subconscious, and when they come up, it's natural. You know, it's because we're triggered, and it instantly comes up as either a thought in your head, or we react by arguing with somebody or stating, you know, having a spat with somebody, if you like. So look at why that news is still making you feel uncomfortable, because your heart and your head are out of alignment. You either want him or you don't, because he is who he is. Okay, I get so many callers and clients who are like, so when's my person going to change then so that I can be happy? That is who they are. You're asking them to change their character and their personality to mold to what you like. If you don't like who they are, find someone else who you do like. Okay, a lot of people get caught up on this and don't understand. So let's see what else Spirit has to say here. I want to look at your energy first. Okay, I'm going to pull these two. Okay. Right, these are all wanting to come out. So this card for me, when Spirit draws this one, means that either there's gossip about him still mingling with other people, okay, or wanting to be single and mingle, all right, or that there's a third party. Now, a third party doesn't have to be a love person. It can be like family. Is like a third party is anything that you feel is stopping your relationship, okay? So that whatever this is, okay, is causing this so-called tower within you, this trigger within you that's stopping him coming forward because of some kind of fear that you have, okay? So look at that trigger. Only we can work on our own triggers, all right? So let's look at his energy towards you. Okay, now his energy is pretty good towards you. You know, wanting to work on it. That card is always wanting to work on things or finding things hard work. But in this case, with what's come out and what Spirit is saying, is that he does want to talk to you. Okay, talk to you, communicate with you. The sun for me is always communication. Don't forget, we all read things differently. And coming forward, offering you something more. Okay, so his energy is pretty good. It's your energy that is out of alignment. So you're not in alignment with what you're wanting. You've had that, it says past life on here, but Spirit is bringing this because you've had that past connection, not in a previous life necessarily, but you've had that past connection with him that is still bringing up fears and triggers within you, which is causing bad health, stress within you, okay? When you could have this caring relationship, but you need to find that inner peace, okay? So your energy is the thing that's stopping the connection. Remember, our brains only know, they don't know what's real and what's not real, okay? So it's either I am having this relationship, or I am wanting him, or I'm not, or I have something, or I don't have. I am not. I have, or I don't have. Okay, so you're very much in the energy of focusing on all the problems, and that's not unconditional love. Do you understand? Spirit is saying. So if you've got a question to ask on top of that, okay, you know, just like as follow, then ask. But it's definitely your energy that is stopping this. Shivani, this is paid readings only, my lovely, but I am going to be doing 3 collective readings, and the first one is going to be a spirit reading. Spirit and angel message, then love. How can I change them when they come? Because if I pretend not to notice or say the contrary, I got peace at that time, but then it's like the triggers comes back stronger. Because you're holding on to them. You're not working through them. You can't pretend not to notice them. That's why that's causing resistance, because you're pretending that the elephant isn't in the room when its big trunk is pointing at you. Okay, it's like, oh, I know there's a monster under the bed, but I don't want to look. Okay, you've got to deal with your triggers. You either want this person or you don't. Okay, so if you do want him, then you're raking up, you keep carrying forward into every day the old story. Drop the old story. Also, just reading that as well, the old story doesn't like to be killed off. When you've told an old story, okay, we love sticking labels on things, okay? So every time you see somebody, it's like sticking a label on them, a sticky note. Player, liar, cheater, nice person, okay? Loving, caring. We love to stick labels on. And at the moment, you've got a load of shitty labels. You need to take those labels off and start sticking on the labels that you would like to experience in. Because remember, spirit can never say no. Their job is only to say yes. So they're literally a bit like a genie. Okay? So Marina, if you're going, we have labels, we have stories. So every time he pops into your head, you're running a story. Okay? And you're bringing back memories. Well, memories are just stories and thoughts you keep regurgitating and replaying like a stuck record. But when you try to change them, so when you try and change it, you feel at peace. But it doesn't like being killed off. Okay, it doesn't like the old story that's got cozy and comfy that you've told yourself so many times, doesn't want to be killed off. So it's going to kick up a stink. Anything that you're killing is going to scream. Okay, so when you're killing off the old story and it's screaming, you give in. But you've got to persist in the new story. Okay, so that's all that it's doing. It doesn't matter. Your thoughts and emotions don't run the show. It's who you identify as. I am Marina, who is going to be in a loving relationship with him. He is my man, period. End of, because I say so. Okay, or I am not, because I keep giving in to the old story. The physical world is always a reflection of your labels, your stories, and your memories. Okay, but it doesn't like being changed. That's why persisting in the new story, a lot of people fall down on, because they give in. Okay. So does all of that make sense? And you see where you're out of alignment here. Remember, everything is energy. So if your energy is out, energy is like the wind. You can't hear it and you can't see it, but you can feel it. We feel energy because everything is energy, and your thoughts are sort of energy in motion as well. Okay, so when you're thinking negatively about somebody, then they are not doing, they're not conforming, if you like, because your energy is they're this and they're that and they're horrible and they need to apologize and things like that. So it's very a negative energy where they will think of you, but then they'll think, oh, no, I don't think I'll contact her or whatever. Okay. Right, let's get into the first collective reading, which will be a spirit message. Yeah, I mean, his energy is fine. It's just the story you're telling yourself. Okay, but that in its, if you're looking at that as you're changing your story, that's not going to address your triggers. Okay, because there's something about him that you don't like that's triggering you. Hello, Valerie, my lovely. Right, let's get into the first spirit message. I'm going to start with, let's pull one of these. So this is a free collective reading. Okay, and it is for any of you who can take this. It may resonate with you a couple of days later. I will try and remember. Somebody very kindly put the timestamps on the last live I did on Wednesday for the free collective readings then. Okay, so the first one is going to be the angels and spirit messages. The next one during the live will be a collective love reading. And then the final one will be career. Okay, so let's start with the spirit one. Okay. Spirit is saying here, okay, remember I channel spirit, I can hear spirit, okay, but I'm just showing you the visuals. All right. Fun. Okay, more fun is needed. We get so caught up in being serious these days, okay, that we've forgotten to have fun, is what spirit is saying. Okay, so where's the fun? When was the last time you did something that was fun, or something where you had a good belly laugh? Okay, where's the fun? Spirit is saying. Too serious. Okay. Hello, Melfi. Right. Okay. Remember, this is the free collective reading. So Spirit is saying with this one, have more fun. Go and have fun. Okay. They're bringing me to this. Yeah. Even if for some of you, it means stepping out of your comfort zone, where you're glued to your phone or your Instagram or YouTube or whatever you're scrolling through, or you're stuck in your work head. Okay, or in your mind, you're stuck in the past, or you're in the future, but you're not in the present. Okay, accepting where you are and following your happiness. Okay, so for some of you, you're not having enough fun. You need to have more fun, and you need to step out of your comfort zone and force yourself, relax. Spirit is saying here. Okay, Stormy. Okay, this is a bit like I was saying to Marina. Okay, hunger. And this card comes from the Native American Indian, where the grandson says to the elder Indian sort of thing, if we all have two wolves inside of us, okay, which one survives? And he says it depends which one you're feeding. Okay, so this is sort of fear and hope, the good and the bad. Okay, so when you stop feeding the bad wolf to feed the good wolf, so say you've been very negative, but now you want to be more positive in the way you see things and think about things, the bad wolf is not being fed. So he's going to howl louder. He's going to scratch at your door louder. He's going to kick up a stink, because if he doesn't get fed, he's going to die. And he doesn't want to die. Okay? But no, it's a bit like the three little pigs. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. You're not coming in. Because if you don't kill off the bad wolf or stop feeding him the most, okay, we can't stop our negative thoughts coming in, but we can catch them. We can listen to the loud howling, and we can say no, okay, and feed the good wolf. All right, no matter how much the wolf howls. Okay, so for some of you're so cozy in your negatives, okay, that we automatically go to the negatives as well. Okay. So if your boss called you into the office and or said to you, can you meet me in my office in an hour's time? How many of you will go straight to, fuck, I'm going to get the sack, or I'm going to get whatever, instead of, oh, goody, a pay rise or a promotion or a pat on the back? Do you see what Spirit is saying here? So a lot of you are not following your happiness. When you follow your happiness moment to moment, you get all the doors opening naturally. Okay, now following your happiness could be you got a pile of dishes in your sink, but you don't want to do them because your body is saying, I'd rather sit down with a cup of coffee. Sit down with a fucking cup of coffee and then do the dishes. That's following your happiness. That's following your normal, calm, chilled out self. Okay, so when your body is in a negative, okay, it's like a baby that needs changing. It's screaming at you because it wants changing or it wants feeding. So you've either got to see that something is wrong, you need to change it, okay, or you need to put your focus back onto you and nourish and feed yourself, is what Spirit is saying here. Okay, when you do that, all the waves of prosperity will come in, all the abundance you want. Now, abundance isn't just money, it's happiness, it's joy, it's love, it's fulfillment. Okay, so for a lot of you, Spirit is saying you're sat there moaning and complaining that you want changes, yet you're not willing to make those changes. You're not willing to change, to see the changes. How can the new come in when the old is sat there? Okay. So I will try and remember to pin that. Can't see the time. What time have we got on here? It's gone a weird 20 minutes. 20 odd minutes. Right. So I'm going to just drop that in here. Free collective spirit. Reading time stamp 20 minutes into live-ish. Right, okay. What are you doing? Get out of the live, you. Right, must be that hungry little fly. It's coming righty home. Stormy, my lovely, what is your question? Unless you, if you've and then Valerie. Okay, if you pay during the live, it's only during the before the live that I need you to email your question. If it's during the live, you can pop it in the chat. I could have sworn I saw a Stormy payment come up then. Stormy, did you just pay? Perhaps it was just a message from Stormy. I can check. Yeah, there is one from Stormy. Don't know why it didn't come through as an email then. All right, okay. I can see your question. I know that you told him about that, sir. Let's come back to the live. Right, Stormy, this is yours, my lovely. Okay. So Stormy, he is very much in his emotions. Okay, this is showing me that he's very much scattered in his emotions still. All right, but he does still think that the world of you. All right, I always like this because of that sort of I know everybody reads cards different, but and I'm channeling spirit and they're just using, I use the cards as pictures. So this for me is like you're in his inner world. Inside him, you are his world, even if he doesn't shout it from the rooftops to everybody else. Okay. He is busy with work. Okay. He is busy with work as well, which you know and appreciate, Spirit is saying. But he is thinking, you know, this card for me, when Spirit pulls this, is always like planning the next move, if you get what I mean. You know, what can I do next? How can I do this? But he is taking his time on this. I'll grant you that. Okay. You know, even in separation, I just saw separation. Even in separation that looks like nothing's there. You know, this sort of decide soon. Okay, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, you know, if he's reaching out and you're not answering, why are you not answering? Okay, is it because you're fearful that he will rip your head off, or say you've got this wrong or whatever? Just take it on the chin. Whatever he says, at least it's cleared the air. Okay, because you know how it all works and you can change it. All right, so it doesn't matter. Sort of is what spirit is saying. You're just keeping yourself stuck in your own mental prison, going over the old labels, the old stories and the old memories, still in a bit of fear here. But you are very much in each other's hearts. And you know, when you know, even if you message him, sorry, I've been busy, I've missed your messages, you know, we keep missing each other or whatever, or just wait, or just when the next time he messages you, answer the fucking thing. Get it out the way. Okay, because then you can change it. Okay, remember, you can change. The past is everything is malleable, it's not set. Okay, you know, you both still have feelings for each other. Now, whether you know, I'm not saying that it will go to anything, but you are in his heart, you're in each other's hearts. So, you know, it's almost like a you forgive each other anyway, naturally. So does that make sense? Can you sort of take that and understand? I just want to pull another card that they're drawing me to here for you. Yeah, fear. Okay, this is coming from a fear that you've not answered. Okay. But trust. Okay, trust. Follow your intuition. I just was saying to Spirit, what will the outcome be? Well, you know, okay? But you've got to fight off those negative thoughts, okay? The negative side of us. Yeah. Yeah, release. Release it. You'll feel better as well. Okay? I like triggers. We need triggers so that we know what to work on. Okay? Because we can work on them and change them. Sorry, Neela. Hello, sweetheart. I've just seen your message there. Right, Valerie. Let me just put these in. Nobody else can work on our triggers except ourselves. And we don't know what's lurking until we get triggered. So I always see them as a good thing. Hello, Melanie, my lovely. Excuse me. Right, for any of you that have just joined in, I have done one about 20 minutes into the live. did a free spirit message. Okay, and there's 2 more to come during the next, I'm on here for another hour and a half. Okay, Valerie, my lovely, let me just sort these out and then we can see what Spirit has to say to you, my lovely. Don't be shy to join in the chat, even if it's a hi or a low. Okay. Can't remember if I shuffled them in. So Valerie, you were asking about the month of August, yeah? Right. Love these. Okay. I'm just going to take these for the moment. I just wanted to ask Spirit your energy. Okay. And it's very good. They're just saying, remember what you've been taught. Okay. Remember what Spirit through me has taught you. Okay. It's not about the past. Don't get caught in the past thoughts. Okay. Past emotions, past stories, past labels. Okay, then because of what you know, okay, you've graduated, you've learnt it all. Okay, if you like, we're always learning still. That is when things that you want will come forward quickly to you, anything that you're wanting. Okay, so your energy is good. Nothing to worry about in your energy. Okay, we've got children. Now, the card itself says your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. So I don't know if you work with children or you've been thinking about children lately. And now, obviously, in August, you're not going to suddenly have children. Okay, it may be that it's something that's discussed. It may be that a particular child, you know, if you've got nieces and nephews or something there, okay, or you might encounter a child that needs your help of some kind. Okay, but we've got child. We're also saying dietary change. Okay, so improve your diet and your life will also improve. So dietary change there as well. And exercise, right? Diet and exercise. There you go, Valerie. You've got your work cut out. Spirit telling you. But it can just be, you know, a stroll, or, you know, it doesn't have to be anything, rushing off to the gym or anything. Okay. What else, Spirit? August. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. You can just think about it, okay? Negativity will block your progress. Okay. And yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Okay, so your energy is good. Just need to watch your diet or improve your diet and exercise. So focusing on your health. Okay. And then sort of the doors will open, if you like, when you are clear on what you want. You're welcome, my lovely. I've still got some paid slots open if any of you want to pay for your own personal reading. If not, then I've already done a free spirit message for the collective. Take what resonates. If it doesn't, then it can come up in the next few days. Also, on the last live I did on Wednesday, there are the 3 collective ones in there that somebody very kindly put the timestamps in. And I will try and remember to pin them in after the live for anybody watching this one. Right. Choo, choo, choo. The next collective one will be a love reading. Okay, just have a little drink. I hope you're all doing well. Come and say hi, drop a hi in the chat. Hi Aquarian, how are you, my lovely? It's so lovely to see so many of the people, you know, of you. Oh, shoot. Just look at that. Who are still, you know, I thought you would have all moved on by now. Pregnant and tired, yes. I can imagine. I just blooming deleted that, so let me just type this back in. Talk amongst yourselves to me. Seems I've just been a goose and bloody deleted it. Oh, not with that. Cards. In it. Right, let's change that. Got a little bit carried away with my A's. Yes, Neela. And pets that have passed away as well. Yeah. You're welcome, Melanie. Glad that it helps somebody. How long have you got to go, Aquarian, till you have your little bundle of joy? And perhaps the collective love reading that I'll do in a memento. There may be something in there for you as well. All right. A little Virgo. Do you know what you are having? I was going to say a boy. That's why I was laughing. I wasn't going to tell you if you didn't know. Tis a little Virgo, yes. The price is up there, my lovely. Just a bit up in the chat. I'll post it again if you can't see it. Can you see it now? Remember, no health, legal or pregnancy questions, which is a bit late for you, but never mind. But that would be health. I don't want to ask anything about your little bundle of joy. Can you see the link to pay? Or do you want me to drop that in the thing again? Pardon me? I do beg your pardon. After you with the trough. Right. I'll stop doing that. Get on my way. Right, there you go. I can click on it. I just clicked on it and it took me to it. There are quite a few Sophia ones. Oh, it's come through. It's okay. Okay, yeah, it came through. So what's your question? Drop your question in the chat, my lovely. Don't put names in, just put like an initial if it's about somebody. Okay. And after your reading, I will do the love collective free reading. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. But I will put after the video, when the live stopped, I will try and remember to put in the timestamps of them all in the pin. I'll pin it in the comments bit, not in the chat, in the comments under the video. So that you can watch it through the week or refer back to it. Also, the one I did on Wednesday, that might help some of you as well. Somebody did put the timestamps into the comments there. Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to say about this. Right, he's not gone, actually. Okay, so whether you want him in your life or your child's life is up to you. Okay, but he is going to come back. Okay, he just found things too tough. When the going got tough, he didn't stick around. Okay, he found it hard work. Okay, but here, this card, when Spirit pulls this card, is showing back up. If you look at the empty field behind, he gave you nothing before. Well, he has. He planted a seed. Okay, so, you know, your child, the souls, our soul chooses the parents we come into. Okay, it chooses because it needs a human form. So it will choose, okay, for our lessons, but also for it because it needs a human's form. So your child has chosen to come here, however it chose to come here. Okay, but this is showing up in a better way because the feelings are still there. He still cares about you. Okay, he's just got to sort out his emotions and turn his back on the emotions that aren't serving him. But Spirit is saying victory and success here because he does still think the world of you and the child, even though it might look the total opposite. Okay, this is like the two of you coming back together. He just needs to grow a pair of balls at the moment. Okay, get his act together, get that strength and courage to come in, especially as you'll probably tell him to piss off. So yeah, well, he is going to show back up. Okay, so you can then tell him to piss off if you want to. That's your choice. Just expect him to come back. He is a bit of a woe betide me, playing the victim. Okay. But all you need to do is put your focus back onto you and your child. All right. Yes, that he knows, he's been hostile towards you, okay, and he knows he's going to get a flea in his ear and you're going to be hostile back to him. But Spirit is saying it's, even if you don't want him back into your life, he's still your child's father, okay? So if you stop him completely, then be prepared that he may take it further, okay? But set those boundaries, okay? Stand in your power. Set those boundaries. You're either in our life or you're not, in a romantic in a romantic way, or if you want to be a father, then we need to sort out some kind of agreement, okay? And that usually is through legal routes, because if you don't do it through legal routes, that's where it falls down, because people will take the piss. Oh, I can't do this Friday because I'm going out. Yeah, but we arranged Fridays. Well, I can't do it, okay? It just ends up in a big mess. Well, that's fine. You can get a DNA. Things can grow, okay? And I am seeing him come back in a more loving way. Spirit keeps showing that he's going to come back. So, he's going to show up with something. So as and when he does, deal with him then. All right? Don't, something's going to change, okay? And he's going to want to come back in. But if you're not wanting him back in, okay, because you don't have any feelings for him, then, discuss the fact that if he wants to be in the child's life or whatever, you're taking him to court or whatever. That's up to you. Okay, pay attention to the red flag. So that's standing in your power. Actions speak louder than words. Spirit is saying your tone, okay, this isn't me, okay, don't shoot the messenger, but they're saying you are holding on to a lot of resentment and venom here. Dis-ease causes disease. Okay, so let it go. Just drop it. Okay, that's standing in your power. Right, it's his loss, not my loss, not my child's loss. Okay, because there's many years where things can change regarding the father-son dynamic here. But at the moment, it's his loss. So I'm not going to sit here spitting venom and resentment and holding on to negative energy that is going to cause you an illness. Mentally or physically. Do you understand? You're coming down to his energetic level. Okay? It's being the bigger person. Okay? It is his loss. Okay? But Spirit is warning you to let this just... Right, it's his loss. I'm putting that into a bag over there. I have my son and myself to focus on. Okay? It's... Even when he pops into your head, just literally, if you say to yourself, it's his loss, whatever. Okay, he's missing out. But let the dispel this negative energy, Spirit is saying. Okay? They want you to blossom. You're blossoming and bringing life into this world, but you're sat there like some sour prune. Okay? You're not enjoying this pregnancy. You're not enjoying this child growing and whatever. It's like you're sat there like just complaining and whatever. Just let it go. Okay? But you're set your boundaries with yourself. Right, I'm not going to invest my energy in a lower level energy of his. I'm higher than that. Okay, I'm a higher energy than his. So I'm not coming down to his level. I'm going to rise above it, standing in my power like it had here. Okay, focusing on the beautiful child I'm about to bring into this world. Okay, but set boundaries with him as well. You know, what do you need to release? Definitely is what Spirit is saying to you here. You need to release this. Okay, and mother, you know, your beautiful mother-child relationship. Okay, so although this card says mother healing, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. I feel they're just saying you need this healing so that you can be the best mother, not from resentments. Okay, because a lot of mothers or fathers will start to slur the other partner's, the other parent on that child. And children between the ages of 0 and 7 are sponges. Give me a child till they're 7 and I'll hand you a man. That's when the blueprint is embedded. Okay, so Spirit is saying the energy that you're carrying forward is toxic. You're saying about him getting his karma, but look at the karma you're putting out and going to get back on yourself, sweetheart. Okay, I am the angel of happy families. Okay, a happy change or addition is coming to your family. So they're very focused on, even she's holding this beautiful baby in her arms here. So they're really saying you've got to drop this energy, this negativity. Okay, he will get whatever, as and whenever. Okay, I do see him coming back in, but if you want to give him a thick ear, then that's fine. You know, concern and the worry is not doing you any good. You need peace. Okay, it's just knotting you up and tying you up. Okay, but again, he is going to show up. Okay, now it may be around the time of the birth, it could be before the birth, it could be way after the birth, but expect him at some point, he's going to pop his face back up. And then you can deal with him. Okay, so release that energy. Again, even if he pops into your head, don't get caught up in all this whatever's going on, because it's just making him look an arse. You know your worth and value, Spirit is saying, and have your self-respect. Okay, but at the moment, enjoy the last bit of your pregnancy. Okay. You're welcome. So deep breath. Okay. But start to shift your energy. Start to look at all the lovely things around you. Okay. Existing family and friends. Or if it's just you and baby, then this beautiful little life that you're going to bring into the world. Okay. Because the energy you're in, it's going to affect a lot of things in the early stages of baby's life, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, and they don't want that. They want you to be at peace. Okay, so that you can be a good mum. Because when you're in this energy, and you know, babies are not, you know, they're hard work, if you get what I mean. You know, the sleepless nights or whatever, the feeding, and that. Even if you've got a good baby that sleeps a lot, okay, it's still that shift to what we're used to when we're single, you know, without a baby. So it's changes. And when you're ratty and irritable and frustrated and holding on to resentment, you're setting yourself up to being even more ratty and tired, etc., etc. Okay. Right, let me drop some things back into the chat, and then I will do the collective love reading and see what Spirit wants to say for the collective on love. Oh, Neela, sorry, I have got Neela has paid. Right, Neela, my lovely, what is your question? And then we will do the love reading. Stormy, if you're still here, love to dad. And I hope your little fur babies are fine. Welcome to all of you who are watching. Hello, Nini. Neela, are you there? Put your question in. I know you were asking about somebody who'd passed over. Right, while I'm waiting for you, I'll drop some bits into the chat. Oh, have you posted? No, the last thing I can see from you, Neela, is congrats, aquarium. We got this little problem again. You might want to email me it. Unless it was on your... Did you put it in the chat? Try it again. Drop me an email. Because I'm not seeing it. Is anybody else seeing Neela's question? No, it's not coming. I'm not seeing it. Just drop me an email and let me know when you've sent the email, then I'll go and check. Okay. Okay, right. Neela's said that she will wait while she emails me that, and I will do the love reading collective. So, okay. So the first part they're saying, when they draw this card, it's about hostility. Okay, now this can cover a couple of things. So this is a free love reading. So hostility, I'll come back to that. Feeling lost. Okay, but remembering the love that you feel for this person. So this can be for all sorts, even if you're single and you're wanting love. Okay, so let's break this down. So if you are single, let's start with singles. Okay, if you're single and you're feeling lost but you're wanting love, then Spirit is saying that for some of you, not all of you, it's not going to resonate with all of you who watch this. And I know that, you know, even though there's not 200 odd in the live at the moment, the live I did on Wednesday got 200 odd views. Okay, so anybody who's listening for the free ones. Okay, if you're wanting love and you're feeling lost and it doesn't seem to be coming, check what your thoughts are about love. A lot of people don't realize that their head is saying one thing, but they're wanting something else in their heart. So you're wanting love, but your head, your thoughts about love or about yourself or about the opposite sex or the same sex, okay, what you're looking for in a partner is not in alignment. So you've got hostile energy to love. So that could look like, if it's about yourself, oh, I never find a person who will commit to me. I've always get, you know, people who are liars or cheaters, or you can't trust them, or whatever. There's some negative story that you're thinking about, yet your heart is wanting a loving relationship, so you're lost. Okay, so let's pull an extra card on top of you for you singles. So make the effort. It's safe for you to love. Okay, so in order for somebody to make the effort to come into your life, you've got to open your heart to receive, to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love and gratitude. Okay, loving yourself first. You know, what do you love about yourself? You're expecting somebody else to love you, but how can somebody love you when you don't love yourself, some of you? Or you're not loving the idea of a person in your life, because if somebody comes in, well, I don't trust you, or you're going to cheat on me, or you're going to lie to me, or you're not going to be there for me, you've doomed it before it's even started. Okay, so that's the message for you singles out there. So keeping these out for if you are in a relationship, okay, perhaps there is some hostility and you're feeling lost. Okay, oh, just put them in totally backwards. So hostility can be words that are being said. Okay, it can be hostile thoughts towards the person you're with. Okay, let's bring out some more clarifiers. I just want to put that in totally the wrong way up. Never mind, find it again in a minute. Oh. Okay, so coming back to getting your thoughts and your heart in alignment. Love is unconditional. Unconditional love means without conditions. Okay, so we're working on your triggers, etc. Okay, so a card to clarify for those in a relationship feeling lost with hostility. Yes, some of you might have to walk away from it. Some of you may feel like walking away. Some of you might think that your partner wants to walk away. Okay. But look at where this path is leading you. For some of you, when it feels wrong, okay, your body is your truth, and I will keep banging on about this. Your brain, your head, your thoughts like to trick us. When you actually listen to yourself, okay, thanks Neela, when you listen to the thoughts you have and tell yourselves, if it was somebody else telling you all the shit we tell ourselves, you would block their ass or you would punch them on the nose. Yet we can quite happily sit there in our own pity pot, okay, listening to all the crap we tell ourselves. all right, which stresses us out and causes ill feeling and bad health. Okay. But your body is your truth. When you have a negative feeling, okay, so if you imagine this is a line, okay, and in the middle is where us humans should dwell. Okay, feeling relaxed, feeling calm, feeling peaceful, feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled, contented. Okay, and sometimes we can get excited, something excites us, or we're looking forward to something, or we go into the negatives. Okay, and it takes us longer to get out of the negatives than it does if we're happy and we soon come back to neutral or into the negatives. Okay, so when you're in a negative energy, that is your body telling you that something is wrong. Okay, but our head can come in and start to make up excuses. Oh, well, if only they change, then I'll be happy. Or let's stick around and wait a bit longer in the hope that something will change or whatever. And sometimes it does. Okay, but when it's something that's been going on and you've felt lost for a little while in this relationship or in this connection, okay, then really listen to your body, because it's like a baby. It is screaming at you because it wants changing or feeding. So you either, something needs to change so that you come out of that negative and you're feeling more peaceful, okay, or you need to feed yourself. You need to put your focus back onto you and nourish yourself. Okay, so that's what that message is for those of you who are in a connection where you're feeling lost. Now, if we keep these and it is a connection where you love somebody but they're not in your life, okay, you're in no contact, or they're ghosting you, or they've disappeared or whatever, okay, or you haven't heard from them for a very long time, okay, let's see what the message is for you here. And give this video, this live, a thumbs up as well. I haven't seen the thumbs up yet. You're either all hating it. Right. Hello, Jessica, my lovely. Right, for those of you just joining in, this is the Free Love Collective. Okay, so for those of you who are in no contact, okay, there's somebody that you have on your heart, but you feel lost, or you feel that you've lost them, okay, or you feel that the situation is hopeless. Perhaps you parted on an argument or whatever, or there was some hostility. Okay, Spirit is saying that your person is still yours if you want them. Despite the current circumstances and conditions, they will change when your energy changes. Okay, a lot of you are still attached to what happened and the lack energy. They're not here. I don't know what they're doing. They told me this, they said this, that happened, okay, which is causing anxiety, which is what? It is a lower negative energy. So you're down on this negative energy and your body is screaming to you, okay? Your head's saying, just forget about them, they don't want me, but your heart's saying, no, don't let go of this. You know that this is your person, just whatever the current conditions are. So in this, your person is yours, okay, but you need to come out of that anxiety and attach to unwanted labels and stories and memories, okay, and start putting your value back on yourself. You know what? I am lovable. Of course I'm first best. Of course I'm the best thing that's ever happened to that person. They can't stop thinking about me. Okay? I can have all the love I want. I can choose anybody in this world. Okay? Feeling as well, when you think about that person, why are you missing that person? What did you love about them? Why that person and no other person on this planet? Feeling like you hit the jackpot, then they will come in unexpected ways. Okay, my lovelies? So remember, everything is energy. And science has proved this as well. Einstein said it. Okay? Tesla said it. Lots of scientists have said it. Joe Dispenza, you know, Bruce Lipton, everybody, you know, everybody and anything. Everything is energy. Stick you under a microscope and you are energy. Stick anything under a microscope, it's all atoms and neurons or whatever. Okay, I don't really go into the science of it because I go into the spirituality of it. But we're all connected. If you're thinking about somebody, they are thinking about you. If you are still feeling love in your heart for them, they still have love in your heart, but it's how you're looking at it. A lot of you don't realize that your head and your heart have to be in that alignment. If you're wanting something, it's yours to have, but your head is saying a million other things in the opposite direction, and you're wondering why 2 and 2 is coming up with 5. Okay. Thank you, Aquarian. Righty ho. Neela, let me go and check my emails, then we could do that. So that was the free love reading. So stay tuned because I will be doing before 9 o'clock my time a career one. Right, so Neela's paid for a reading. So let's look at your question. Did anybody resonate with that loved one? I know somebody said they resonated with the angel message one, the spirit message one that I did earlier about 20 minutes into the live. So where were we with that one then? We were at about hour odd. Right. Neela, right, sorry my lovely. Okay. Neela, just put the initial of your grandmother in the chat for me, please. Okay. Okay, let's see what Grandma has to say. Right, okay, she's here. Straight away. That's showing that she's here. Okay. This is always I use this deck for my spirit contacting, okay, to show you. All right, but this is saying, yes, I'm here. Okay, very much here. She's been coming around you because of you feeling pressured or stressed lately. Okay. And your spirit team will come around you. You know, the loved ones, you've got your higher self, you've got spirit guides, okay, but you've also got loved ones that have passed over, like grandparents or parents, okay, or any other family members who you were particularly close to. Okay, so they're on your spirit team, but how do they come through to you? They can come through to you in dreams, okay, because then you're not going to freak out when you see them in a dream. But it's usually more of a dream that you know is not just like an action movie where they're just sort of in it. There's some sort of conversation or something sort of exchanges between you. or they will download it into you. Okay, so you've been thinking a lot about her. Okay, all right, and your mother isn't very well either. Okay, so you're feeling stressed perhaps because of your mother, and she's just around to say that she's around. Okay, she knows, I can see what's going on, sort of thing. In this tough time, okay, where it looks like things are perhaps getting worse, but I feel this Tower card for me out of all my decks is always like the flame. It's coming to an end. Okay, well the illness is coming to an end, if you get what I mean. The worst is behind you, she's saying. Okay, so be strong. All right, she's with a man as well in spirit. She is with a man in spirit, but be strong. Okay, be strong for your mum, be strong for yourself here. Okay, she's just acknowledging with this card, the card of intuition is, yes, your intuition about her being around and wanting to pass on a message or just sort of being supportive. She's aware of the situation. Okay, is just letting you know that, my lovely. Okay, so yes, she is around. Just this one, yeah, watching over your mother as well. Okay, let's see what else. Things, yeah, okay. But for you as well, surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. But that can be being positive with your mother as well. Okay. A positive energy around her. She's sending her love. She just said, send my love. And expect more for yourself, she just said. Okay, expect more for yourself. She's drawing me to one other. One of these. I'm going to shuffle these ones. Find that peace. Okay, peace within yourself. Expect more for yourself. Find that peace within yourself. Yes, she has got a lovely energy. This is time of growth for you as well. Do you have anything to say to Mother? She's not giving me anything. Okay. She's not giving me anything extra. Okay. Okay, Jess, what's your question, my lovely? Jessica. There's a new chapter, Neela, as well. Okay, new chapter here. Okay. I just want to look at your energy again regarding him. Okay. I know that your energy was pretty good the other day, but there may be something within, yes, Neela, definitely. But there could be a different energy towards him, Jess. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Spirit about your energy towards MW. Okay, remember what you've learnt. But this for me is all right. It's like she's producing the same. Okay, we got the skull up here, which for me is always like changes. In order to see the changes, you have to make those changes within yourself. Okay, by keep persisting in the new story, okay, and not any old. Remember, your brain knows I am not. I have not. I don't have. So it's one or the other. All right. So when you remember what you want is already yours, or else you could not want it. We cannot want or desire things that aren't meant for us to have. Now we can choose whether we want to experience it or not. Okay. So if you choose that you still want this person, okay, then what story and who are you identifying as? Okay. Your inner story has to be the one that gets reflected back to you. So if you're still looking, or you're still sort of, oh, it's been X amount of time or whatever, you know, or what if this or what if that, your story has to be, whenever he pops into your mind, along the lines of course I'm his girlfriend. Of course we're together. We're perfectly happy together. I'm the best he's ever had. Okay, it's got to be in alignment, as if somebody's asking you, oh, hey, Jess, how's your relationship with MW? Okay, you can, if it's too much resistance doing that, like, oh, I know we're going to be together. Okay, I know we're going to be together. Of course we are. I'm the fucking best he's ever had. Okay, but if you are coming from that energy of course we're in a beautiful relationship, we're perfectly happy together, stronger than ever, then you keep persisting in that, and you don't stop until it becomes, you know, you make it normal and natural within you. Okay, so that you're calm sort of about it, and then it gets reflected back, you know, and it's normal. Of course he came back. Why the fuck wouldn't he? Okay, so you're sorry, carrying on with your energy. Yeah, you're still sort of in that looking for proof sometimes. Okay, and we can't help that. Oh, it's been X amount of time. Am I doing this right? Is it working? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, perhaps looking at the other things as well, but take action in your thoughts. Okay, she's taking action. It's a movement card, but it's a sword, which is your thoughts. Okay, so taking action in your thoughts, and then just expecting it, because you've said. Why is it happening? Because you said so. Okay, that's what I say on the end of everything, because I know that if I want something, it's already done. Creation is finished. You're just deciding and choosing what you want. If you want something, the fact that you want it, it's yours, done. But you need to choose then. Do I want this? Yes, I do. Right, then it's done, because I fucking said so. Period. Okay, but then when you think about it again, I've already got it. We're already perfectly happy together. Okay, I've already got that car. I've already got the money in my bank account. Okay, it pops into your head again 2 seconds later. Yeah, it's already done. Why? Because I fucking said so. Okay, we overcomplicate things. It's yours. How many times do you think of something and then you've got no resistance to it, you've got no story behind it, and boom, it comes really quick. Okay? So let's look at his energy. Now, remember, there's all different timelines, so I don't know which version I'm going to be tapping into, okay? But it will give you some indication, because there's already the version that wants you, that is head over heels in love with you, but your focus, if you're not getting it reflected back to you yet, you still have something, a story running, or you're not identifying as the person who has it. You either have it or you don't. You can't be saying I've got it and then be looking for it. You have it or you don't. You are it or you're not. Okay? Yes, coming off social media helps as well. So let's go into his energy. Right. Right, there's still that sort of separation. So he could still be tying up shit in his life. Okay. I mean, I know it's been a year since I did you a reading, but he could still be involved with something there. Okay, that's causing that. It could be that he's missing you. Okay, wonder where you've gone, sort of thing. He does still think about you, definitely, because if you're thinking about him, he is thinking about you. Okay. Want to, you know, again, coming when you get your thoughts straight. Okay, see all these swords are poking down. He will come in. He's only not coming in because of something you're still either waiting for. So you're in a loop somewhere. Okay, if you're, I keep forgetting that candle's on burning my hand on it. If you're not seeing it reflected back yet, there's something still within you, because your outside world is the reflection of what you're doing on the inside. Okay, so you know, what version are you coming from? Jessica, who's still waiting, hoping, wishing, one day, hopefully. Okay, or are you in that, no, this is how it fucking is because I said so. We're already perfectly happy together. Thank you, Sophia. We're stronger than ever. I'm the best he's ever had. Why? Because I'm fucking amazing. I'm first best. I'm always chosen. I'm everybody's top priority. There's no one better than me. No one compares to me. Okay, so you've got to get into that energy again. Okay, so it's time to take back control of your life. You're still giving your power to outside. Remember, no one has free will in your reality. If there are 8 billion people on this planet, 8 billion different realities are going on at the same time. Everybody in your reality is not having free will. They are merely showing up based on how you see yourself, how you see people, how you see them, how you see the connection. Okay, so if you don't like what's going on out there, you have to look at the labels, the stories, and the memories you're still holding on to that is not on your end of what you do want. Okay, because if that out there can't change till you've changed within. Okay, you've sort of become a bit codependent on a loop here, Spirit is saying. So there's some kind of loop that's no longer, that's not serving you. So really go back to that. Remember what you've been taught here. And extend your light-hearted energy to others. It's always about who you're identifying as. Your identity, who you say you are, okay, who you're being. You're a human being, not a human doing. So who you're being, okay, is what you get reflected back to you. So what would the Jessica who's in that loving relationship be thinking and feeling and doing? You wouldn't be looking for him. You wouldn't be wondering what he's doing. Okay, so you're sort of keeping that, it's not being reflected back because you're not in that whole energy of it's done, in that knowing because you said so. Okay, you're still putting things outside of you and see, you are all that is. You are everything. Okay. Yes, there's something that you have to. So look what they've just said to that. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. It's not about the positive thinking. We cannot be positive 100%. Okay, you're going to get those wolf Remember, oh, you weren't in the live then. The hungry wolf that you're trying to kill off, okay, is not going to go quietly, but it's observing it. You don't have to engage in those emotions and feelings. You can observe them and say, yeah, I see you, but it doesn't matter because I've decided we're in a relationship, okay? Then he will come in making that effort. Focus, okay? She's got her eyes shut. She's not looking at the physical world. Where is it? Where is he? What's he doing? It's been X amount of time, okay? She's focused in her imagination. The butterfly, where do butterflies come from? Little cocoons, okay? She's hatching so that her ideas can fly. Your imagination can fly. You're imagining being together because you're worthy and deserving of that love. There's a version who loves you, okay? You're not trying to change that version of him out there. You're not hoping that one day he'll change and be different, okay? You're changing within, and you're only choosing every time he pops into your head to be with that version who loves and adores you already, okay? Now, a lot of you that were listening to that was a lot higher level for you, okay? Because Jessica has had mentoring and coaching from me. So she knows what I'm on about. Some of the others of you who followed me for a long time will understand what I'm on about, but a lot of you will be like, what the fuck was that about? But don't worry about it, okay? Jess knows what I'm saying for her reading. Right, we've still got the... I see everything working out in other places and aspects of my life, so when that focus... Yes, okay. So find an anchor statement. Okay, he pops into your head. So your anchor statement could be, we're perfectly happy together and stronger than ever. I'm the best thing that's ever happened in his life, or I'm the best ever. I'm the best ever for him, or the best thing that's, best woman that's he's ever had, or whatever. Okay, but why are you so special? Because you can just say, because I said so. Okay, because I am the sexiest bitch there is, because I am fucking amazing. Okay, because I am always chosen and prioritized. I'm first fucking best. I'm not second best to any other woman here. I'm number one. Okay, so sort of an anchor statement that implies that you're together. Okay, or if you can't, if that triggers you, that you're going to be together, because it's your knowing. Okay, oh, I know. How many times do we say that? Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, I know that's going to happen. And it's usually a negative shit, and it happens. Okay, so I know, or we are. Okay. And then why? What about you? Okay. Brilliant, Melfi. I mean, I know this all works. He wouldn't have kept coming into my life if he didn't answer. Yes, but try to take your focus off that version. You're going within and connecting with the version. Okay, all versions of us exist that already loves you and adores you. You're not trying to change that version that comes in and out of your life every now and again. Okay, you really hone in on this now. You either have the relationship or you don't. Okay, so keep coming back when you think of him. Have your anchor statement and why. Because you say so, or because you're chosen and you're prioritized and you're loved, etc., etc. Okay, or I can't remember what I was going to say. But try that. Okay, come back to the anchor statements as well. And again, you either have, or from the Jessica who, if I'm Jessica who's already in this relationship because it's who I'm identifying as, that means I will get that reflected back. Okay, so if I'm Jessica who is already in this loving relationship, okay, then I wouldn't be thinking these thoughts of where is he, etc. Okay, it is, but observe your thoughts. Okay, observe them. You don't have to engage in them. Okay, the more you feed them, the more you're feeding that hungry bad wolf. Okay, the thoughts you're dominantly thinking about yourself and him and the relationship is what will get reflected back. It's law. Okay, so it's fine. You can't turn off, but as soon as it happens and you realize it, you're not going to marinate in it. You're going to be like, yeah, I see that, but that doesn't matter. My thoughts and emotions don't control me. Okay, I control them. Okay, it's your character that's seeing that. Separation is an illusion. You never lose anything and you're never separate from anyone. It's just the importance that you're placing on it that causes that lack and that separation. Time is an illusion. There's only now. Every now moment, you're a new person. Okay, it's always about what you're choosing and deciding. Everything you want is already done. Okay? Right, Mel, what is your person's initial, please? Right, and then I will be doing the, yes, being present. Then I will be doing the free career collective reading from Spirit. I did do one on Wednesday. You can go back to that live, the last live, and look in the comment section for the pinned timings. Somebody very kindly did that. So Mel, I'm going to look at your energy first and see what Spirit wants to say to you. Because remember, it's never about what you want. It's the feeling that it gives you. It's about how you're sort of, it's that knowing, it's that the feeling that when you've got something, okay, so I just make it normal. It's normal and natural, because when we get something, yes, we might be excited for the first 5 minutes, but then it becomes normal and natural, doesn't it? Like if you wanted a new car or a new house or a phone or whatever, okay? Okay. Okay. Back. Right. So what Spirit is saying to you is that you've still got the door locked when it comes to him. Okay. You've still got a story. So you can have the best self-concept in the world, but you've still got a story here that you may not be aware of running in the background, that he doesn't show up for you, or that men don't show up for you. Okay. So, and also you're keeping it in the future. You're looking at it as one day, if I do this, you're never trying to get something, it's already yours. You're giving it to yourself. Okay, so be strong and be more confident, Spirit is saying here. So there's a little bit of the door is still locked because of some story you have either about him or about men, but it seems to be a story that they don't show up for you, they don't prioritize you, they don't support you in the way that you're wanting, they don't listen. There's something here, okay, with this card that is you don't feel shown up for. by your person. Your person doesn't show up for you in the way that you're wanting. So it's good that you are working on yourself, feeling chosen, seeing yourself as loved, seeing yourself as chosen, prioritized, okay, that no one compares to you, no one's better than you, etc. Okay, but you are also putting it off into the future. There is only now. Your thoughts today are going to be your future, and when the future gets here, it's now. All right, does that make sense before I go into that? Yeah. Can you understand, if you stop and think about it now, do you have those thoughts about men? When you're busying around and men or relationships or he pops into your head, do you think along those lines? Or is it you still not feeling chosen or shown up for? Work on that in your self-concept as well, okay? You're perfect as you are, but there's obviously some story still within you, okay, that's not serving you still. It may be from past relationships as well, okay? So have a little root around there and recognize it, acknowledge it, and say, I'm not choosing that anymore. I'm not that version of me anymore. Okay, you don't have to do a great big healing. You can just say, right, okay, if Spirit's saying that, then that's fine. I'm not that version anymore. I am the version where men show up for me and shower me with love and affection and attention because I am good enough as I am. I'm perfect as I am. Okay, you don't have to do a great big healing dive about it. Let's get some more. Let's get one more on your energy. Patience as well. Okay, sometimes we can do things, but it's in a getting. If I do this, then I will get it. You've already got it. It's already yours. It's giving yourself the permission. Okay. Yes, it can be with anybody. Yes, family and friends. You're quite right. Okay, but be patient because things will come in an unexpected way. It may be that you are thinking, well, that has to happen so that that can happen, and then that can happen, and then we can be together. No, there's no logic. Okay, it will come in unexpected ways when you have given it to yourself. Remember, you either are it or you're not it. You either have it or you don't. Because your brain goes on what you keep telling it. I don't have this. I never have enough money. I never have the relationship I want. I never have the support from my family and friends. Okay? So there's always an opposite. Okay? But it has to be changed. Sometimes, you know, people think, oh, I'll just be positive for a few days and flip it to the positive. But you've had years of it being a negative. Okay? So you persist until it is. You make it normal and natural within yourself. Okay? Okay, in his energy, like, you know, you've just sort of spoken to each other. So this is like saying there's this new cycle. Okay, he knows he let you down and disappointed you as well. But your energy needs to shift a bit more, is what they're saying. Okay, just expect it as normal and natural. Why wouldn't he be choosing you? It's your reality, remember. He's just showing up playing. He's not deliberately pissing you off or thinking or feeling a certain way. That he's thinking and feeling what you think, what you're saying he's thinking and feeling based on who you're being. Okay, it's a bit hard to explain, and this is going over a lot of people's heads. Okay, but I know you've been listening to my channel for a long time. Okay, so you still got this sort of a bit of what if he walks away as well. But he's there. There's a version of him that's ready to give you everything you want, but you're not tapped in and tuned into that version. You're still waiting for that version to change. That version is that version. The good, the bad, and the ugly is the good, the bad, and the ugly. The ugly is not going to become the good. Okay? The bad isn't going to become the ugly or the good. Okay? So you're going within and only dealing with that desired version that already loves you. What's he saying to you? I love you. You're loving my life. What are you telling other people in your mind story? Oh, we're the perfect couple. We've got a perfect, loving, secure, healthy relationship. Okay? You know, you can be living together sooner rather than later. So expect him. He's yours already. He's already yours. But you've got to see yourself in that solid relationship, loving relationship that's solid and peaceful and harmonious, and not sitting there worrying about it and still having old stories and labels. Remember, check the labels. What post-it notes have you got stuck to him? What post-it note have you got stuck to men in general or people in general regarding connections, relationships? Okay, you just identified one. Okay, because I did have that feeling with friends and family too. Okay, so you're further ahead than you think, but it's all about, you never get what you want. You do, but it's who you're identifying as. Self-concept isn't just, oh, I love myself, I'm the best thing on this planet. It is, who do you truly identify as now? What version of you? The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. Yes. That is keeping that door locked. Okay. You always know that there's something still within you if you haven't seen the changes on the outside. If you are totally 100% in the, oh, I know it's a done deal, and you're not stressing about it, you're not waiting for it, you're not looking for proof, you're not looking for signs, you're not hoping and praying, you know it's done and you're happily getting on with life, okay, then it will be reflected back. Okay, it's, you just be still and know that it's a done deal. Okay, like we do with other things. Oh, I know I know that couple aren't going to stay together. Okay, oh, I know that I'll be passing my driving test or whatever. I know that I'm going to get a beautiful house. So it's being in that knowing. It's the knowing. Okay, not the looking, not the waiting for signs, because that can keep you stuck in loops as well. Okay, so he's there for you anyway. Okay, a version of him that is there for you. You just have to give yourself permission that it's a done deal because you said so, and it's happening. You're expecting it. Okay, you've decided he's my man. Okay, he loves and adores me and I love and adore him. I'm the best thing since sliced bread, sort of thing. And we've got a beautiful relationship. And that's the story you keep coming back to. And you persist in that until it's normal and natural. And until you're experiencing it normally and naturally as well. Okay, so did that make sense? Right. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So there you are. Spirit's already said he's yours. You don't have to try and get him. You just have to be with him and be the version of you that's already got him. Because if you're identifying as the version of him that has him, you wouldn't be looking for him or still waiting for him. Okay, so there's something there. But yes, love yourself first, okay? By knowing your worth and valuing your self-respect. Right, okay, let's get into the, what timing is this? 1:54. I haven't got a pen to write this down. Right, anyway, the career reading for peeps. The free collective career reading. Right, so if there is anybody who's wanting to get a personal reading before I come off, you've got 5 minutes. Let me know in the chat. If I don't see anybody who's posted, wait, I'm going to pay for a reading, or I want to pay for one, then because I haven't put the details up. Right, but keep going. You're further ahead than you think. There's just a few little tweaks that you're stuck in a loop and you're not realizing you're doing it now. Right, let's get on to career for the collective, please, Spirit. Okay. I will be back on Wednesday, yeah. Okay, so let's start with these here. So for the collective, who this resonates with, take it or leave it. Okay, it may during the week suddenly be relevant. Okay, it could be relevant now, but Spirit is saying, so whether you're looking for a job, whether you're happy in a job, whether you hate your job or whatever, okay, is having that confidence and courage. Okay, she's cool, she's collected. Okay, you got a little cup locked away here behind bars, so she's not attached to all the emotional drama. She is being confident and calm. Okay, because you are good at what you do, or think about what you're good at what you do. Okay, what are you good at? A lot of people here, Spirit is saying, believe in yourself. Okay, believe in yourself. So many people, when I'm doing readings, what does my boss think of me? What does my supervisor think of me? What does the woman I work with think of me? Who gives a fuck? How do you think about yourself? Do you think you're good enough, good at your job? Okay, or are you just tumbleweed, being in all your emotions, trying to people please? No, if you know you're good at what you do, then have that confidence. Okay, focus within, in your mind, not with your eyes open and looking at all the drama around you. What? Okay, so if you're looking for a job, be cool about it. You're good at what you do. Believe in yourself. Focus on what's going to light your fire. What's going to make you jump out of bed in the mornings? What type of job? What are you good at? Okay, not what you think you can get. Okay, what are you good at? What you want is already yours. Then the money will come. Okay, if you're in a job and you're fanning around because you're worried about what other people think about you, then shine. Don't dim your light for anybody else. If you know you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do. It's your reality and your life experience. Okay, so focus more and believe in yourself more. Then the promotions and the pay rises will come. Okay, if you're looking at changing jobs because you're not happy, then have the confidence to make that move. Remember, if your emotions are in a negative, it's like the baby that's screaming at you that it needs changing or it needs nourishing, feeding. So something needs to change. If you're not happy in your workplace, leave it. Start looking for something else and leave it. Okay? So money's there. There's financial growth there. But Spirit is saying you need to be in this energy first. Okay? Yeah, the door is open. Okay, door to personal healing and happiness. So the door to what you want is already open. Remember, what you want, your dream job, all the money you want is already yours, or else you could not want it. Okay, so the door is open, but look at the sort of hostilities that you're either telling yourself that's getting in the way, okay, or you're being affected by other people. Yeah, but if only they did this and they said that. Okay, now. I didn't like it, got me. Yes, okay, but sometimes we don't listen to our bodies. Our thoughts come in, that hungry wolf that wants feeding, cozy and comfy. The big fat, hungry, bad wolf that's trying to keep you stuck. It's not trying to keep you stuck, it's trying to keep you safe. Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay, so like in your case, Nini, oh no, a year. Okay, or you had a job a year ago. Okay, I didn't like it. But you know, listen to your body. Your body is like that baby. When there's a negative feeling, it's screaming at you that something needs to change. You need to make the changes, or you need to focus and put your focus and energy and feed yourself. Put your nourishing yourself. Right then, my lovelies. Don't forget, if you do want your own personal readings, go and check out the services that I provide. There's channeling loved ones in spirit. There's all different sorts. Pets, if you've got pets, even if they're alive pets as well, I do all sorts of channeling because I'm channel spirit. Okay, go and check out that in the description box, the link there. If not, then the next live, keep a lookout on the community post on my channel, okay, for when the next live is. Okay, well, it was a pleasure as always. I hope you all enjoyed that. I know some of it was a higher level than what you're used to. Okay, I am a higher level reader, okay, because I channel spirit and they've taught me how the universe works, okay, and a lot of people who are coming back into the lives know from where they followed me for years before I had a year off, okay, but it's lovely to be back. It's lovely to have all your energies again. It's wonderful, okay, and it's like I've never been away. Seeing the chat with the same names in it's pretty remarkable, because I was like, oh, they've all moved on. But I can see why spirit encouraged me to come back on here, because I was kicking and screaming. I was like, no, I'm done with YouTube. No. Okay, right, my lovelies, until Wednesday. All right, remember, if you don't want your own personal reading in the live, then you can wait and see what the 3 free collective ones are. Spirit message, which was 20 minutes into this live, I will post them. I will go through the video and the live and post them, okay, the timestamps. If I don't do it today, it will be in tomorrow. Right then, my lovelies, love you all. Have a good day, have a good evening, have a good morning, wherever you are, and I will catch up with you again on Wednesday. Love and light.